Qualtrics PredictIQ gives anyone the power to predict which individual customers are most likely to churn and then directly drive action to address them. And what's so cool about it is it does so in a way that's integrated, it's easy to use, powerful, easy to understand, and action-driven. Let's see what this looks like point by point. Point number one, integrated. As a Qualtrics user, you already have your data set that looks something like this. In this case, we're using sample data from a telco company. You have your experience data, or what we call X data, of all your customers. And this comes from survey feedback and input communications you already have with them through the Qualtrics platform. You see here we have reliability rating and NPS. You also have embedded your customer operational data, or what we call O data. In this case, we've got the tenure of the customer, and we've got things like international calls or international plan. And you have your churn data, which you've added to this data set, also as embedded data, where you've flagged whether or not a customer is still a customer. And here it's in the form of yes they are or no they are not. All the data you'll need to build a churn prediction model is right here in one place. Point number two, easy to use. Just click here, create a churn prediction model. Here we're selecting churn as a variable, and we're selecting yes, customers that have churned. Hit create, that's it. What happens next? Here's where we get to talk about point number three, power. With a single click of a button, two incredibly complex and powerful things happen. Number one, all this data is being run through a deep learning algorithm. PredictIQ has harnessed the very same technology that drives things like real-time speech translation, instant facial recognition, and self-driving cars. Number two, a portion of your data is being held out during the model generation process, and then the model is tested against that data to determine its accuracy. So what you get as the output of these two processes is a predictive model that will now assign likelihood to churn scores to every single customer that comes in. What about point number four? Easy to understand? Let's let the output speak for itself. So here's what your output will look like. First, you see your prediction drivers. These are the top four. You can double click if you want to go deeper and see all the drivers. And these are ranked in order of strength. You also get the prediction metrics. Now, since these are terms most people don't understand, if you just hover over the word, PredictIQ explains exactly what you're seeing in a way we can all understand. For example, if you want to explain the precision of the model you just created, just hover over the word precision, and it tells you that precision is the proportion of customers predicted to churn who will actually churn. And if you're more statistically inclined, or showing your results to someone who is, you can double-click on the advanced output and see things like a confusion matrix or F1 score. So finally, point number five, action-oriented. The churn prediction model we just created is now immediately available. And as new customer responses come in, each customer is tagged with their likelihood of churn. If you go to the actions section, the churn prediction model we just created is now immediately usable. You can see here that as new customers come in, we get both their churn probability score and flag them as whether or not they're likely to churn. Here in the Actions section, you can automatically create tickets for your staff to reach out to these customers. You can now directly trigger an email campaign. You can use web service if you want to send these churn scores to an internal database or an automated marketing platform. You can use Salesforce if you want to make these customer scores available to your sales team. Or you can use Slack if you want to communicate these scores within your organization. And that's how you build a predictive churn model in PredictIQ. That's it. It's quite incredible how much we just accomplished in a really short period of time. We built a sophisticated prediction model, we measured that model's accuracy, and we connected the individual customer churn indicators to action. Now, you have a churn model that sits on your Qualtrics platform and will automatically score all your customers as they continue to come in, and that churn data is being distributed in real time throughout your organization for action. All of this is part of the Qualtrics philosophy to close experience gaps by making complex methods accessible to anyone and actionable to organizations, all on one single platform. That concludes our PredictIQ demo. Thank you for your interest, and if you want to know more, please get in touch with us.